We've been planning this for 6 or 8 months. We've been planning it for 6 or 8 days. This was sort of a shock to me when Larry says, I'm going to retire. And I think Greg joins me in that. But, you know, thinking back, we've had some great salesmen at Bruner Motors in the past. It's the success of this dealership has relied on the salesman. Started out with a guy by the name of Fred Fletcher. I know a few of us remember him. Fred was a guy that he was working all the time, and he used to have 2 or 3 people waiting on him while he was working in there. But he didn't pay attention to those he was waiting on because he was closing that deal that was in front of him. And he worked steady and hard, sort of like what I heard Greg say. And then in that same era, Les Walton had come up with me from Wolf City. I already knew what Les could do, and he got here, and for several years he did the same thing. In the more recent era, there's a guy named Casey Stevens, and I see a lot of heads mentioned. I don't know if anybody over his lifetime sold more cars in Stephenville than Casey. I have no way of knowing how many he sold. I bet he couldn't have told me if I'd asked him when he retired. But Larry Wooten is going to go into history right in those categories with these kind of people. 2,300 cars, that's not bad performance for 16 years, is it?
And if you ask Larry, it may be 3,000.
Well, I'm not going to ask Larry. But I've got a plaque that we've put together on short notice here with sincere appreciation to Larry G. Wooten. Any of you know about that G? In recognition of over 16 years outstanding service to our customers on the occasion of his retirement, and that's got a question mark in it. December 31st, 2010. You see, we're a few days early because he's got to finish this year. Bruner Motors, Stephenville, Texas. Larry, I want to thank you for all you've done. Now I want to know the truth. Is selling cars more fun than selling suits? But I want you to have that.
All right, thank you very much.
You can take that and buck and buy a cup of coffee.